Where did the time go? Did it just fly by? Or have you been visited by a time vampire? Welcome to Weekly Marketing Thoughts with CTG Intelligence, your weekly look at marketing, PR, business development for your organization and your career. Please hit that thumbs up and below and like for more videos just like this. This week, think about where a time vampire may have, inadvertently affected your day, your week, your year. Who has stolen your time? Now I get it. There's personal time vampires and business time vampires. If you're at work and something personal comes up, it's going to distract you. And I'm not here to say you should and shouldn't let it. In fact, it's part of life. You're going to have to, anticipate that. And equally, I'm not here to say you can't gossip or join in on all the great, fun at the office. But what I am going to say is there are some time vampires which you really can do without. And these are the business development time vampires, both on the inquiries side and on the prospecting side. Have you ever had a call and somebody has just contacted you out of the blue? They know you, they know your products, they know what you're doing, they love it. They seem to have really done their research and they're telling you they want something right now. Well, you probably got a little bit enthused by that, so you put a bit of effort into it because who wouldn't? You'd be flattered. Okay, geographies differ, but generally speaking, if it seems too good to be true, it may be too good to be true. So be aware for two types of business development time vampires. The time vampires from people who really don't have any buying power or aren't actually in a position that they claim they are. And on the other side, the people that seem so unbelievably interested in what you're actively showing to them, but you haven't done two things which would really prevent these time vampires getting under your skin. And one of them is knowing who your customer is. If my customer is a corporate security company of a certain size that could potentially use some sort of executive protection service, let's just say, and then I get a call from a faraway country and they want me to procure bulletproof vests. Well, that sounds not in my wheelhouse, but even if they're claiming that they could, pay money for that, should I really invest my time in it? So first, know who your customer is and what you're selling. But second of all, and I think this is the point at which most people fall down, qualify the person you're speaking to. And there's a number of ways to do it. Obviously, if they come to you and their business, their job title is head of absolutely everything in the entire world, then they're probably not. People who are heads of everything really have very simple titles like director or maybe CEO or VP, not head of absolutely everything. Those poor people have probably been given a promotional title in exchange for not giving them any more money. It's a way that companies retain staff. I know it's against HR policy, but they do it and you're on the receiving end. So, imagine someone absolutely with a huge job title says, right, I'm going to buy your product. Chances are they're not. Do they have buying power? Where is the decision-making unit? Is it with them? Are they trying to pretend it's with them when actually it's with a whole new group of people that you'd actually have to spend a lot of time getting involved? What is it about their inquiry that leads them to you? That's a key thing to prevent the time vampires, because if you smell that they are prospecting you to get a bunch of quotes, then what they're looking for is not actually the end product or the service. What they're looking for is a collection of quotes to give to somebody who has no contact with you and probably no actual interest in buying. They just want the data so that they can package it to someone else, be it that higher management or perhaps externally. So beware of that. Especially in America, people actually really thrive on menus. People want a menu of options, not because they're in any way interested in buying your thing, but because they love browsing. And also, people call them tire kickers. But if you think really what a tire kicker is, it is somebody with no buying power going into, I don't know, a Bentley showroom, kicking the tire of the Bentley and sort of saying, yes, it's a great Bentley, but they don't have any intention. So we know that there are some time vampires that you can't really address in a business context. If your spouse, if your kids, need your time, that is obviously gonna, take precedent over a lot of things. You can't, cut that out. If you try to cut out office gossip and idle chit chat, well, perhaps that's good for morale. And I don't know, maybe it's good to learn a few things about what's going on. Sure, it's a time vampire all of its own. But the business development time vampires are some of the worst ones because it gives you a distorted view of your pipeline. It makes you underestimate what is involved in what you're about to have to do. So keep an eye out for it. Know who your actual customer is and stick to it, and qualify who that person you're talking to is, and work out why you're talking to them. Obviously, even if you have prospected it yourself, why are they the right person to speak to? And of course, where is the decision-making unit? Of course, I'm not going to solve all time vampire issues this week, but I hope that has given you a little bit of food for thought. I thought about doing a bit of a vampire joke, but I think you're pretty pleased I didn't, because that would have been a bit awkward. But it's been lovely speaking to you this week. Please hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe for more content just like this. And I'll see you next week for more Security Weekly Marketing.